Imagine this, a clear glass bowl filled with nothing more than salt and water, sitting quietly in the corner of your home. At first glance, it looks ordinary. But what if this simple bowl had the power to absorb every drop of negative energy that has been holding you back, and in return attract streams of money, luck, and peace into your life? This isn't fantasy. For centuries, salt water has been revered in spiritual traditions across cultures. Monks, mystics, and even Feng Shui masters believed that salt was not just seasoning for food, it was a purifier of space, a magnet for abundance, and a shield against unseen forces that drain your energy. Water, on the other hand, represents flow, cleansing, and renewal. Together, they form one of the most powerful spiritual remedies known to humankind. But here's the secret few talk about. Salt water doesn't work everywhere. Place it in the wrong spot, and it's just water evaporating into thin air. Place it in the right spot, however, and the transformation is undeniable. You begin to feel lighter, calmer, and strangely more in sync with opportunities. Money starts finding its way to you. Unexpected blessings appear, and even your relationships soften as the heavy energy dissolves. Now, I know this sounds mysterious, maybe even too good to be true. That's why in this video, I'll walk you through exactly where to place salt water so it can do its work. Not one, not two, but 4 of the most powerful places in your home. Each one has its own role in attracting prosperity and peace. And trust me, the final location will surprise you. Most people never think of it, yet it's the one that can unlock the greatest flow of abundance. So, stay with me until the very end, because this isn't just about salt and water. It's about aligning your home with the universe, removing invisible blockages, and opening the door for the kind of luck and wealth you've been waiting for.
When we talk about placing a bowl of salt water in the home, many people immediately dismiss it as superstition. But if you look closer into Feng Shui, spiritual traditions, and even Buddhist teachings, you'll find that salt and water have always carried a sacred symbolism. Salt is considered the earth's crystal, pure and incorruptible, capable of absorbing dense or stagnant energy. Water is the universal solvent, the flow of life itself, washing away impurities and allowing new energy to take its place. When you combine them, you create more than just a household remedy. You create a living vessel of transformation. In Feng Shui, the entrance of a home is called the mouth of Qi, the place where energy enters and nourishes the entire space. If this mouth is clouded by stagnant energy, wealth and happiness cannot flow in. Salt water, placed with intention, becomes a silent guardian, cleansing what cannot be seen and inviting fresh, auspicious energy to circulate. This is why so many traditions recommend keeping it near doors, corners, or spaces that feel heavy. From a Buddhist perspective, cleansing rituals are less about objects, more about the mind. But here's where it connects. The act of preparing and placing salt water becomes a form of mindfulness, a conscious declaration that you are releasing old karma and making space for blessings. Just as monks sweep temple floors every morning to clear not only dust, but also mental clutter, placing a bowl of salt water at home symbolizes sweeping your inner world clean. When the environment is purified, the mind naturally feels lighter. And with that clarity comes a stronger attraction to positive outcomes. Now, if you're more inclined towards science, there's also a psychological dimension. A clean, intentional space directly affects the brain. Psychologists call it environmental priming. When your surroundings feel fresh and energetically balanced, your mind produces more dopamine, the motivation chemical. That's why many people notice that after cleansing rituals, they suddenly feel inspired to take action, to pursue opportunities, or even to start that project they've been putting off. It isn't magic in the Hollywood sense. It's the way your mind and environment harmonize to shift your reality. And I don't just say this in theory. I've personally witnessed how something so simple can change the entire atmosphere of a home. I've seen friends transform conflict-filled spaces into calm sanctuaries simply by respecting the practice of saltwater placement. In my own experience, I remember the first time I tried it. Within days, I felt an undeniable lightness when I walked through my front door. The stress that used to cling to me after work began to dissolve faster, and unexpectedly, opportunities started showing up, from new collaborations to financial breakthroughs I hadn't anticipated. This is why saltwater rituals remain timeless. They are not mere folklore, but a bridge between ancient wisdom and modern psychology. A bowl of salt water in the right place can shift both the energy of your home and the state of your mind, opening the door for prosperity, peace, and unseen blessings to enter.
1. Entrance or front door. The front door of a home is never just wood, glass, or metal. It is the symbolic mouth of energy, the first passage through which prosperity, opportunity, and even health find their way inside. In Feng Shui, it is called the mouth of Qi, the place where life force enters, and in countless spiritual traditions, it has always been considered the line between the chaos of the outer world and the sanctuary of inner peace. If the doorway is cluttered, dark, or energetically heavy, then no matter how beautiful the rooms inside may be, wealth and good fortune are slowed before they even cross the threshold. This is why ancient masters believed that the very first place you must purify if you want abundance is the entrance. And here, salt water becomes a humble but powerful guardian. Salt, as one of the oldest cleansing elements known to humanity, has been scattered across thresholds for centuries to repel misfortune and ward off unseen negativity. When dissolved in water, its potency multiplies. The salt grounds the energy, pulling it downward and neutralizing it, while the water carries the intention of movement and flow. Together they form a filter that catches all stagnant or toxic vibrations, allowing only fresh, harmonious energy to move through. Psychologically, this practice does something remarkable as well. Each time you pass the bowl of salt water at your door, your subconscious registers a subtle but powerful message. This home is protected. This home is open to blessings. Neuroscience has shown that such repeated cues reshape the mind, replacing fear with a sense of safety, and when people feel secure, they naturally make decisions with more confidence, boldness, and clarity. Those very decisions often lead to financial opportunities and unexpected breakthroughs. That is why many who try this ritual report strange coincidences. A long-forgotten debt suddenly repaid, an old client reaching out with a new project, or a surprise job offer appearing just as bills pile up. Skeptics call it chance, but to those who understand the language of energy, it is the universe responding to an open invitation. To place the saltwater bowl correctly, you need nothing elaborate. A small, clean glass or ceramic bowl is enough, filled with fresh water and a spoonful of natural sea salt. Avoid plastic or metal because they interfere with the purity of the intention. Set the bowl quietly near the inside of your front door, not glaringly visible to every guest, but close enough to stand guard at the threshold. Replace the water as soon as it becomes cloudy, or at least once a week, for stale energy trapped too long becomes as heavy as stagnant water. Each time you pour the salt into the bowl, pause for a breath and hold a simple intention. Only blessings may enter here. All negativity is dissolved. This moment of mindfulness is what activates the practice, transforming an ordinary bowl into a vessel of energy. Some even light a candle near it in the evening, as if placing a lantern to guide prosperity toward their home. When you begin at the entrance, you are working at the root of energy flow. Just as a river cannot flow unless its opening is clear, your life cannot receive fortune unless the very doorway to your home is free of blocks. In this way, the bowl of salt water, simple and quiet, becomes the unseen guardian of your destiny, ensuring that everything crossing your threshold nourishes your journey instead of draining it.
2. Living room, or the central heart of the home. It's not just a space for furniture, conversation, or relaxation. It is the energetic core, the place where the vibrations of every member of the household converge, mix, and radiate outward. Think of it as the home's heartbeat. If it is strong, balanced, and clear, then the entire household feels harmonious and prosperous. If it is heavy or chaotic, that disharmony spreads into every room and every corner of your life. This is why Feng Shui masters and spiritual healers across cultures often emphasize the center of the home as the key to stabilizing fortune. The living room is where families gather, where guests are welcomed, and where energy lingers the longest. Every word spoken here, every argument, every burst of laughter leaves an imprint that shapes the vibration of the entire house. Over time, unresolved conflict or repeated negativity can saturate the room, turning it into a reservoir of stagnant energy that drains wealth, peace, and opportunities. This is where a bowl of salt water becomes more than symbolic. It becomes an anchor of stability. Salt, with its crystalline purity, is like a net that catches invisible disturbances, while water holds and neutralizes them. When placed at the center of the home, this combination acts like a silent guardian, absorbing emotional residue and rebalancing the atmosphere. Families who try this often report feeling a subtle calmness return, as though invisible tensions have dissolved. Financially, this calm translates into fewer conflicts about money, more cooperative decisions, and the ability to hold on to wealth instead of watching it slip away through quarrels or poor judgment. In a deeper sense, the saltwater bowl embodies the principle of retention. It gathers and holds the good fortune that enters, preventing it from scattering in all directions. Just as a healthy heart pumps blood evenly through the body, a clear living room circulates abundance throughout the household. Placing the bowl here requires mindfulness. It should be positioned discreetly, not hidden away in a dark corner, but also not displayed as though it were decoration. The goal is subtle presence, an energetic anchor rather than a conversation piece. A low table, a quiet shelf, or even beneath a houseplant are ideal spots. What matters most is that it is central, symbolically radiating balance to all corners of the home. Replace the water often. You may notice it becomes cloudy faster in this location, a sign that it is actively absorbing emotional weight and discord. Some traditions suggest adding a few petals of fresh flowers to the bowl to reinforce harmony and beauty, reminding the family that wealth is not only about money, but also about peace and togetherness. Psychologically, the presence of this ritual works wonders. Knowing that a simple yet powerful practice is protecting and balancing the household creates a subconscious sense of security. This lowers stress, enhances patience, and strengthens communication among family members. Scientific studies show that environments perceived as clean and harmonious reduce cortisol levels in the body, boosting creativity and problem-solving. And when creativity flows freely, financial solutions and opportunities naturally follow. Spiritually, this practice aligns with Buddhist wisdom. The center is the place of balance, the middle path where extremes dissolve and clarity emerges. By tending to the living room with salt water, you are in essence practicing meditation through space, cleansing not just walls and air, but the very relationships and intentions that shape your destiny. When the central space of your home is protected, it acts like a magnet for blessings. It holds wealth, anchors peace, and radiates harmony into every room and every person who crosses the threshold. The bowl of salt water in the living room is not merely a ritual, it is a statement to the universe. Here, in this home, abundance is welcomed, peace is preserved, and prosperity is allowed to stay.
3. Bedroom, the silent guardian of your dreams. The bedroom is more than just a space to sleep. It is the sanctuary of the soul, the place where our bodies surrender to rest and our spirits quietly weave themselves back together after a long day. In many traditions, whether in Feng Shui, spiritual practices, or even Buddhist philosophy, the bedroom is considered the most delicate area of the home because it is where we are most vulnerable. During the night, while the conscious mind drifts into dreams, subtle energies continue to flow through us. If these currents are clouded by stress, anxiety, or unresolved thoughts, they linger like shadows in the corners of the room. pressing down on the heart and creating invisible barriers against peace, abundance, and renewal. This is why salt becomes such a powerful ally here. Placing a bowl of salt beneath the bed or discreetly in a corner of the bedroom is not merely a superstition, it is a ritual of protection. Salt, with its natural ability to absorb and neutralize heavy vibrations, acts like a silent guardian, pulling in the invisible weight of fear, worry, and emotional clutter. As it quietly absorbs these energies, it leaves the room lighter, calmer, and harmonized, allowing the mind to enter a deeper state of rest. The result is more than just better sleep. A mind that rests in serenity awakens with clarity, courage, and openness, qualities that naturally attract new opportunities and wealth. In spiritual terms, a peaceful bedroom becomes a fertile ground where the seeds of prosperity can take root. Imagine beginning each day not with heaviness, but with a refreshed spirit, ready to recognize and welcome the flow of fortune. Yet this practice demands mindfulness. Salt, once saturated with negative energy, loses its strength. That is why tradition advises replacing it regularly, ideally once every month. This act of renewal is not only practical, but also symbolic. By changing the salt, you declare to the universe that you are choosing to refresh your energy, to release what no longer serves you, and to invite abundance into your personal sphere. It is a small yet powerful gesture, one that bridges the gap between the physical and the unseen, reminding us that prosperity begins in the most intimate of spaces, the space where we dream.
4. Workplace or desk, clearing the path for prosperity and creativity. If the bedroom is where you restore your energy, then the workplace or desk is where you project it into the world. It is the arena of ideas, effort, and productivity, the space where thoughts take shape and become tangible actions that influence your financial reality. Yet this space, so central to the creation of wealth, is often saturated with subtle forms of stress, unfinished tasks, mental clutter, and even the silent residue of frustration. Over time, these vibrations build up and begin to weigh on the mind, creating stagnation and blocking the natural flow of opportunities. This is precisely why placing a bowl of salt in your workplace is such a powerful spiritual tool. Salt has long been regarded as an energetic purifier, capable of drawing out hidden negativity and dissolving unseen barriers. On a desk or in a work environment, it does not just sit there passively. It acts as a quiet filter, absorbing the heaviness that might otherwise anchor you in procrastination, doubt, and even repetitive cycles of effort without reward. By neutralizing these vibrations, the salt clears an invisible path, allowing creativity to move more freely and productivity to flourish. When the mind is unburdened, ideas flow with greater ease, decisions are sharper, and confidence naturally grows, qualities that directly influence success and financial expansion. But beyond the practical, the placement of salt in a work setting carries a symbolic weight. To put it in the corner of your desk is to declare that you value clarity over confusion, momentum over stagnation, abundance over scarcity. It is a small, almost hidden ritual that aligns your external space with your internal intentions. Every time you glance at it, even subconsciously, you are reminded that the environment is working with you, not against you. Still, like all practices of energy management, this requires care. A bowl of salt will eventually reach its threshold, saturated with the very energies it has absorbed. To keep it effective, it should be replaced regularly, ideally every 2 weeks in highly active work environments, or once a month in calmer spaces. The act of replacing it is not just maintenance, it is a reaffirmation of your commitment to progress, a way of resetting the energy of your career path. When you remove the old salt, You are symbolically discarding stagnation and obstacles. When you place new salt, you are opening the door to fresh ideas, bold opportunities, and financial growth. In this way, your desk transforms from a mere workspace into a sacred altar of creation, where every action, every idea, and every effort is infused with clarity, resilience, and the magnetic pull of abundance.
At first glance, a simple bowl of salt water may look like nothing more than a household object. It is plain, ordinary, unremarkable. But that is precisely the beauty of spiritual practices. They often take the simplest forms and turn them into profound tools of transformation. The true essence of this ritual is not the salt, nor the water, nor even the placement. It is the intention you pour into it. Without intention, it is just a bowl. With intention, it becomes a magnet for abundance. In many spiritual traditions, whether Feng Shui, Buddhism, or shamanic practices, salt is known as a purifier, and water is seen as a conductor of energy. Yet both are inert unless activated by human consciousness. When you approach this ritual with the clear belief that it can attract prosperity and dissolve negativity, you are aligning your personal energy field with the vibration of abundance. It is less about the physical bowl and more about the invisible contract you are making with the universe. I am ready to receive. I am willing to let go of what no longer serves me. I invite prosperity into my life. Think of it this way. Your mind is the architect, your actions are the builders, and the salt water is the symbolic foundation. Mindset alone, without action, remains a dream. Action without mindset becomes hollow, mechanical, and often unsustainable. But when you combine the two, the results ripple through every layer of your reality. The bowl of salt water is simply the bridge between thought and deed, intention and manifestation. From a psychological perspective, this practice also reshapes the way your brain interprets your environment. By performing a tangible act that represents cleansing and inviting prosperity, you train your subconscious to expect positivity and opportunity. The brain thrives on symbols, and when you anchor your beliefs into a physical gesture, you reinforce them on both conscious and unconscious levels. Over time, this shifts your behavior. You notice more opportunities, you make bolder choices, you attract different kinds of people. What looks mystical from the outside is in fact a blend of psychology, energy, and faith working together. This is why some people swear by such rituals, while others dismiss them as superstition. The difference is not in the salt or the water. The difference lies in the intention. If you go through the motions without belief, the ritual remains powerless. But if you invest your energy into it, you are not just rearranging molecules of salt and water, you are rearranging the flow of your own life. So the universal lesson is this: prosperity is not something outside of you that suddenly arrives. It is something you invite, nurture, and align with. The salt water is only the key. The real door is your mindset. When you believe in abundance, act in alignment with it, and remain open to receive, you create a magnetic force that reshapes your entire reality.
As we reach the end of this journey, let's pause and reflect on what we've uncovered. 4 simple yet powerful placements of salt water, each acting as a gateway to transform the energy of your home, and by extension, your life. At the entrance, the salt water becomes your guardian, filtering out negativity before it even steps across your threshold and making space for prosperity to enter freely. In the living room or the center of your home, it stabilizes the energy that flows through every corner, nurturing harmony within your family and allowing abundance to settle rather than pass you by. In your bedroom, it whispers peace into your nights, dissolving restless thoughts so you can wake up ready to recognize and seize opportunities.
And on your work desk, it clears the fog of stagnation, amplifying focus and creativity, helping money and success flow in alignment with your efforts. 4 places, 4 different energies, yet all connected by one lesson, that prosperity is not random, it is invited. And every small, mindful act you take is like a signal to the universe saying, I am ready for more. I welcome what is meant for me. Now I want to ask you something. Have you ever tried placing salt water at home? Where would you put it first? At the entrance, the bedroom, or perhaps your desk? Your answer is not just a choice of location, it's also a reflection of the area in your life you feel most ready to transform. This is the beauty of rituals like this. They are both deeply symbolic and incredibly practical. They work because they combine belief, intention, and action into one unified gesture. And even if you remain skeptical, try it for yourself. Sometimes the most unexpected shifts begin with the smallest steps. If today's journey resonated with you, I invite you to carry this wisdom further. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to know your experiences and which part of your home you'll bless first with this ritual. And if you'd like to keep unlocking more spiritual and Feng Shui secrets to transform not just your space, but your destiny, then remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss the next key that could open a new door in your life. Because ultimately, the universe is always responding. The only question is, are you ready to receive?